I'm Karlene and I'm 22 years old. I've been making clothes for 3 years now, but I finally created like a real brand, and it's called Till Oblivion. I'm the creative director, CEO, and that's what I do. Family members who had sewing machines, and I've always loved the fact that they would create things for us, like for the holidays and whatnot. But mainly, it was just being around a lot of the creative, like the creatives in the local scene, that really got me into wanting to push out a whole line, you know?
Yeah.
I was always like just making one-on-one pieces and selling them on Depop, like just for the fun of it. But I really wanted to make a name for myself. So I feel like a lot of us in the, well, not in this new generation, but just generations, um, we tend to be really oblivious to world issues, like when it comes to not just our country issues, but like worldwide issues, like even global warming. And it might sound cliche that I'm bringing the whole awareness to Palestine, but I'm just a natural humanitarian, and I feel like through art, like we could be liberated as well as just protesting itself, you know? So I knew through this opportunity that I received, like probably late last year, that we were gonna have a little platform to present to people. And it really took a lot of thought, because before I just wanted to push out a logo and like not really stand with the message. But um also, since that this whole thing that's happening overseas for Palestine and Israel, I really felt like I wanted to bring awareness to it, because through Super Bowl, all of us were oblivious to it. There was even ads about Israel throughout the Super Bowl, like one ad throughout the Super Bowl, and like it's just crazy how we're given so much freedom. Why not like be united? Why not stand liberated, not just through protest but through art as well? You know, and yeah, I just wanted to put something that has a real good message, because there's big designers out there that they just push out a lot of art, and they don't really use their platform to promote like anything in regards to world issues, you know? The biggest challenge was just like the design, like what I wanted to put on like the tops that I have. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to write on like the clothes that I wanted to showcase, and it was just like a lot of brainstorming. But a lot of people would say my art is like lazy or whatnot, because it's just print on like regular t-shirts or upcycled clothes, you know? But um honestly, I don't care. Like, I just wanted to make it straightforward and get to the point, and my real message behind my clothes. So when it comes to people, I think one of the first things that has influence, or like the way a person comes off, you people always look at what you're wearing. It's one of the first things that they recognize from you or will remember from you. It's how you present yourself. So in the way I came about this was that, why not put a message on my shirt that actually has something to do with like real world issues, instead of like Nike or Adidas, it's just a logo and there's no like message. They probably stand for messages, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not making it as bold as I am. I think it was the response that I got from the models, as well from like my friends, also as like my family, that are older than me, like they all were like equally as excited about it for me. But I think the most like heartfelt thing that I felt was the fact that all my models loved their outfits. Like each one of them saw their outfit that I put them on, and they were like, "Bro, like I would wear this." And I think that's one of my biggest things when it comes to designing clothes. Like really putting out clothes that is like androgynous in the sense where anyone could wear it and like feel good in it, you know? It's clothes that highlights the best features about people, you know? And whether it's simple as a wife beater, tank top, or a t-shirt, or just denim in general, those are everyday things in everyone's closet, you know? The biggest thing was when my models first come out, yeah, they would notice, oh, like, oh, these are cool outfits. But I feel like the way I had the show running for my section of the show, I wanted them to stand on the stage for like a good 10 minutes so people could look further into the clothing pieces and actually read the messages and see, oh, there's a greater message behind, oh, just another designer, you know? I definitely do want to do like more research when it comes to world problems we face, and you know, that's why I said I don't want to make it seem like I'm just doing this for clout, but I do want to make it more of a universal thing when it comes to world messages. um I really want, this is so I really want to make clothes in the future that just stands for, because this too shall pass. Anything passes, everything passes, and you know, there's gonna be bigger problems that emerge in the future, and I don't want to pray for that, but it's the world we live in, you know. Problems are made, problems are solved. Like even when it comes to like all these kids that are going missing, you know, and like just the trafficking, like that's something I do want to take on at one point in my future, because it's just, it's sad that we live in a world that nowadays a lot of people are so afraid to like, oh, whether do things that they're passionate about because people are telling them, people are just mean in this world, and I feel like a lot of us are just divided, because I've known about this little opportunity probably longer than a lot of the other designers that were presenting their pieces. So these are all pieces that I've been making for like the past like 3 months here and there. It wasn't just like all last minute, like I was rushed. I took my time on everything, and I don't want to say everything turned out perfect, but with the time given that I had, I feel like I went about it as professional as I could, and just with the experience in past fashion shows, I feel like that also gave me a lot of like, oh, awareness and what needs to be done, what, and the past fashion shows that I have been in or have helped out in, it just gave me a lot of like um standing where I know what needs to be done to make it run as smooth as possible. I know how to talk to my models. Like I don't want to, because in the end, none of my models were paid. This is all like a volunteer type thing. No one is paid. No one's making money. So this is all straight passion for fun. So I had done a videography for like a past show there, and I knew about it. So like I knew how the venue is set up and everything. But I was really hit up by some good friend of mine who was also in a past show with me. His name's Nali. Like, he never like lets his life problems show. You know, he's really strong, and that's why I like him. He might um come across as weird to other people, but I feel like to me he's just a strong person. Like he has a strong aura, like, and a strong attitude, and that's what's gonna that's what people are gonna remember him for more than anything of his past. Yeah. And then DJ Izzy. Those two were the ones who really were the ones who gave me an opportunity for this.
Hello, I'm Nali Garcia. I'm 17 years old and I helped with the fashion part and organizing the fashion part of the goth show that happened.
So, Nali, tell me about how you got into this community, this scene.
Honestly, it came a lot from my friend Malaya. A lot of people who know me know her. That's my best friend, and I was very insecure at the time, and I didn't like myself at all. And me and Malaya would just like dress up. She would do my makeup, and then we would do photo shoots. And then I saw that there was they were recruiting, I guess. I don't know what it, I forgot what it's called, but like to go to try out for a fashion show, and that was a Gaussian and or Gaussian. I don't know how that one said either. I'm so bad. But yeah, it was at that show, and then I went and I tried out there, and I luckily got the role, and then from there, I helped organize a bit of the music side on that one, and then as I met those DJs, they needed help organizing the fashion part. They wanted to get more into fashion here in El Paso, and but yeah, that's just what it's about. Is just making connections and growing with each other here in El Paso and meeting each other. But yeah.
All right, so can you tell me about your own personal opinion on the fashion line that was created by Karlene and how you think that fashion line would impact regarding social awareness?
I think, well, one, Karlene is just amazing. I'm so proud to be her friend. Karlene, I mean, just stunning, stunning, stunning. I think the art that she presented that night as well was, it was so raw. It was genuinely Karlene. It had a lot to do with Karlene's own, like the way Karlene presents herself and Karlene's own aesthetics. But like you said, she did include a lot of things that needed to be said, a lot that aren't said enough in the fashion industry. I don't think the fashion industry likes to really make social awareness with what they do, and I love that there's locals and there's people that actually want to do that though. But yeah, absolutely fabulous.
So how do you feel about the current situation in Palestine?
I feel like it's just a cycle repeating itself. I mean, it's genocide. And like I said, it's just a constant cycle of there's genocide on indigenous people in indigenous lands, and I mean, it's just religions are being completely destroyed, churches completely destroyed. It's inhumane, and it really makes people wonder what normal is and what feeling normal should be like. I mean, there's people setting themselves on fire to protest against it. Like I said, it makes one wonder what normal is, and that shouldn't be normal. People setting themselves on fire shouldn't be normal. And but yeah, I think it's a horrific cycle, and we need to put a stop to it already, and more people need to stand up more and realize that it is a cycle and it's ongoing, and it's happening more than just in Palestine, what's happening in Congo as well. And I mean, but yeah, it's a cycle that needs to end already.
So how do you feel to be a part of the social awareness impact, especially here in El Paso, being a small city and a very tight-knit community?
I actually, so when I was going to protest at first, I really didn't fuck with them at all. I hated them, to be honest. I'll say it. Like, I didn't like the protest here in El Paso at all, because I mean, it was just the same 30 people max at protest. I mean, like, it was a little sad seeing like that wasn't as much people who are willing to stand up for this. But again, I had a conversation with someone at a vigil for Palestine, and we ended up talking, and I was just expressing that to her, that like I didn't like the fact that there isn't enough people standing up and speaking out about this. And she just told me, look babe, this is El Paso, queen, like you gotta be fucking for real. Like we're not gonna be like LA or these big cities who are like flooding the streets with people, you feel me? Small groups that want to do big things make just as big of impacts, and I'm proud and honored to be a part of one, dude. I think there's so much passion and so much impact that El Paso has and can make, but you feel me, it just takes one person to stand up and actually want to put the work and do it. But yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything that you see lined up in your future regarding the fashion community, like any plans that you have coming up?
Yes, I definitely want to keep on growing in the fashion. I want to, like, I have a lot of amazing friends, such as Lars, who's another designer and model here in El Paso, and we're gonna hopefully be designing something soon as well. Like, I definitely, when it comes to fashion, I think it's an art, and it can go with modeling, it could go for designing, it could go for organizing the event. Like, I want to do it all, honestly. I think there's so much that fashion has to offer and so much that people could put into it, and I definitely want to see how far I could go into it. But yeah.
Really, there's so many haters in this world, and it's sad. So if you're gonna do anything in this world, you have to do something that you love and have passion for it, and don't bring anyone else down. You need to stand strong and have that boldness and attitude of that you want it. If you really want to be successful, you need to be hungry, and don't be scared, because there's gonna be a lot of adversities or downfalls that will make you want to quit, but don't quit, and just stay to yourself, stay true to yourself, stay true to your soul, and really have a passion and follow it.